Hi, Luminaires. My name is Jamie Butler. I'm the Everyday Medium, and this is October 2021 Trans-Channeled Energy Update. Trans-Channeled Energy Update. How's that for a sound effect? And I'm going to be allowing my guide Maitland to come in and speak directly to you. She's going to highlight the energy highs and lows of this month. She'll talk about which chakras are going to be needed, challenged, and supported. And she always loves throwing in extra information about which kind of crystals you may use to help balance the energies throughout the month. She's very entertaining. Okay, I'm going to get comfortable. I hope that you do the same. I want to thank you so much for being here. And I hope you enjoy October's energy update. Hi to all the Luminaires out there. I love you guys posting. It's good to see you. I'm checking out now. Bye. My heart is racing. Okay. She's so excited. Hi, everybody. She's got spicy lip gloss on again. I didn't hear Jamie say that Colleen is here, but Colleen is right there.
I am. I just don't think I have a microphone as good as you do, so I'm going to stay a little bit quieter.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
And I am ready to talk. I've been bothering Jamie all day today, and she keeps telling me, I don't want to know because it's easier. But I was like, we need to talk about this because October is dun dun dun. I want music cues. Dun, dun, emotionally challenging. And 75% of the crowd goes, oh no. And the other 25 go, oh, what an opportunity, because you guys are the ones who always see a glass half full. My name is Maitland, Maitland, and I've been working with Jamie for a long time, and over, I don't know time as much, 20-something years. And I'm very excited to be here. I like to talk. And I will apologize if I talk too fast, but it's recorded, so you can always come back and watch it. And I'll do my best to restate what I say throughout our session today so that you have an easier time in remembering it. I also want to say that if you are here watching this video, you and I have got a relationship. I work with tons of people, and if you're ever at home and you're laughing for no reason, it could be because I'm there saying hi to you and helping you out. Okay, because I've gotten that question a lot. Okay, October, let's just get into it. There's kind of like 3 parts to October, but what I really want to mention is this tension. So there's a lot of energies in your universe right now that are in retrograde, which means they look like they're going backwards, but they're not. So they pull on a different kind of energy. And when they do that, think about like when you hold a rubber band and you like pull a rubber band really far and you're like, oh my God, don't pull it too far, it might snap. That kind of tension, that's what a retrograde does. So tension is, for some people, you'll feel it as something's going to happen. Like when you think it's going to rain and you can smell it, but it hasn't rained yet. Or you have this feeling inside of your body, you're like, something else is about to happen, but I don't know when, where, why, who, what, and it kind of just sits with you and it can be unnerving. But then others feel tension almost as this like a crescendo of energy into a climax, like something is about to happen and this is going to be a good change, and that this can be a lot of fun. So depending on who you are is how you're going to feel the energy. You might feel it as that, oh no, I don't want this and this is not good. Or, okay, I'm about to get catapulted. This is about to be the catalyst and the energy I need to put my rocket into space. Because around after the first week, like in the second week of October and a little bit later, all the retrogrades are going to straighten out, and they're going to get back into forward motion action, and it's going to feel like this rubber band is just let go, and it goes back. There's beautiful things that happen with tension too. Like if we stick with the rubber band image, when you pull the rubber band, you can then pluck on it. If you apply an action to the tension, it vibrates and it makes sound and does different things. And so what we need when you're alive on Earth, you require these other lesser valued or lesser liked emotions like tension, nervousness, anxieties in a way, because when you go through those, I'm not saying you live there and you stay there and you look for them, but when they occur to you and you move through them through acceptance, they can play that extra sound for you and that extra music, that other frequency that you can't find when you're living a life of bliss. So there are many positives to this. And one of the biggest chords it's going to hit in October for people globally is going to be an emotional challenge. And what that will mean is that feeling that you have like something's about to happen, something big or small or worrisome or exciting or whatever it is, but you have that I'm waiting. It's almost like a yearn, like a calling. And in that, you're going to be really challenged because people are funny creatures. You are creatures. You're animals. And we've talked about this before in other months, but people really like to be in community, and I'm all for that. But sometimes we misdefine what community is. We're taught to always look at what's alike. When you're kids, you play matching games. Match this with this. And you see yourself in the mirror and you kind of look for that image out in the world. You find like to like because you have been mistaught that like and like equals community. And that's not really it anymore. That's a really old system. And as we're moving from 3D to 5D, meaning coming out of a more three-dimensional daily life existence where it's very materialistic and it's very routine and driven by labels and status and what you have, into 5D, five-dimensional plane, which is a higher frequency. And it's not really going to be based on what you have and what your labels are, but it's going to be more authentically situated into your heart intelligence. And you will move with this grand acceptance. So in 3D, community was, oh, we all like the same thing. That's why we get along. That's why we're a community. 5D is, oh, we can all accept for what it is, all it is, and we have acceptance for it. That's a community. So you won't find a lot of, you look like me, you act like me, you taste the things that I like to taste. You do this action like I do this action. That kind of compare and contrast to know if that person is going to be of importance to you is older school. So we're transitioning. I mention this because when you have that emotional tension, a lot of people who are on the precipice of, I said it right? Precipice of making that transition from 3D to 5D, from head to heart, from human to kind of a spirit lifestyle. Those who are making a transition, you're going to have to decide, do I want to react in a 3D manner by saying, I've got this emotional tension. I don't know what to do with it. Let me observe my community. Let me listen to the news. Let me listen to what's going out there in the big world, and then I can decide what I'm doing. That's a very 3D. Those of you who have already made the transition, last year there was a big boost in August, and we had a few months in this year that kind of boosted again that intuitive lifestyle. That you've already made the decision of coming away from head and coming into heart, 3D to 5D. So when you feel this emotional pressure, you'll then go, you'll close your eyes. It's kind of like you tune out all these exterior hits and pings that are coming at you, this external information that's being thrown at you. You just kind of roll the shades down and you go, let me check from within. And then you look at yourself and you go, okay, this is how I want to feel. This is how I want to react to this. This is who I want to be in this occasion. And then you roll the shades back up and you go, okay, here's my response. That's what October is giving you guys. If you've wanted a chance to check out your evolution skills, where you are, this is a good month to do it. Because in the first week, this tension is already here. Of course, the elastic, the rubber band, lets go around the 9th to the 18th is that week where it just goes, the tension is gone and it's like, whoa, you need to know how you're going to react. But in the first week, it's different kind of challenges. Like you might not feel happy with where you are. What job you have, your relationships, your friendships, and you might go, oh, I'm not enjoying this. I think I'm going to quit. I think I'm going to change. I think I'm just going to turn over a new leaf. And you will. That's the great thing, is it's not just about thinking about it. It's a quick process. I acknowledge it and I'm going to do it. And you don't do it because it's irrational or a quick decision. This is something that you'll have been cooking for a little while. And now it's just like, you feel like it's in alignment because all the tension and everything that's coming around is like, do it so that when we release, you've got that rocket energy to propel you to a new place, which is great. Then we come to the rubber band releasing, retrogrades going into direct, and this emotional energy of October and the frequencies, and this is global, where you're really going to be put through, and I don't mean this in like let's talk about the terrible stuff so you can avoid it. This is not like that. This is not like, excuse me, it's going to rain, get your umbrella and put your boots on so you don't get your stuff wet. This is what it is. And rain can be a lot of fun to play in. So please, oh, I'm begging you now, please, will you slow down? Just slow down. You're going to miss deadlines. You're going to mess up. You're going to miss your mark. Time is going to get wonky. You'll say, I'll be there in 5, and you can only get there in 20. And I just want you to be kind to yourself and go, I did my best in getting here. I don't like being late. In fact, it really gives me a lot of energy, but I'm here. So get very vocal about how you're feeling. This is a 5D kind of energy. I want you to see October as the month to exercise your new understanding of who you are. Expressing who you are emotionally, slowing down, being more authentic, because there's going to be pressures, even strange things like getting jealous. And you're like, I'm not a jealous person. And then you look over and you're like, I really want that. I want that in red. I want that money. I want that piece of property. I want a happy life. I want to talk to my spirit guides. I want God to sit on my lap. I want just all kinds of things. So I like that you're discovering what you want to attract to you. But if you slow down, you're going to find out that it's like One of the last little tantrums energetically that you might go through in the shift of 2021, 2022 holds a lot more higher frequencies. 2021 is unshaking and unraveling linear time frame and a lot of old belief systems. And it is the big catalyst. 2020 was the beginning of the whole 3D to 5D. So you're making a lot of shifts. I hope I didn't confuse you with all those words. I try to talk in sequence, but I get really excited. So we're in the middle of October, and you're coming up with these feelings. And some of you might process these feelings very physical, like you just feel like this heavy lump of flesh. You're just like, ugh. And some of you might feel it as a body anxious. So I'm going to suggest that creating a new workout regimen, whether that's walking longer or doing yoga or going to a gym and lifting weights or learning the Wim Hof breathing techniques. I like him. He's got a funny voice. Whether it's doing aerobics, anything, just get your body in motion so those frequencies of tension and lower emotional vibrations don't stay stagnant in your body. It's not a time to sit still. It is a time to tell your body, you must get up. If you are not a very physical person or you have some disabilities or inabilities, then look at stretching. And stretching can be very simple as even just taking your hands, which is something I love to do. And I stretch the fingers and you can pull them and just get the joints awake. And you just look at every joint in your body and you work on them. You can start with your fingers and go to the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, the neck, and just go through the whole body. And that right there is your moment of action and movement because you don't want it to stay stagnant in the body. And then after around the 18th, the tension is gone, and now all that energy is going to be rushing through the universe and through you. Remember, a few months back, I was trying to, I didn't try. I gave you the information about the photonic light that's coming through in the universe, and it hasn't been on the earth in a long time. When I say a long time, I really mean a long time. And now you on earth are soaking it in, you're bathing in it. And it's saying a lot of things, but it's looking at your belief systems, and time is not linear, and increasing you from 3D to 5D. So this energy is coming in, and as retrograde goes away, you've got it, it'll align. And boy, you can soar, soar, soar. And a lot of you will feel like incredible, like you're walking on your tiptoes or walking on air, and you're just like, this is what life is. This is what it means to be in the flow, in the ease. But you've got to stay conscious and do the work. And to do that, you have to slow down. You have got to slow down. If you don't remember anything I've said in this video, remember to slow down. Remember to slow down and then connect to how you feel. You'll be good. So 18th, and then on around the 23rd, it's just like, it's like your third eye door opens and all this creativity, and your sacral chakra just goes, oh, I want to bathe in this energy forever. And it's so creative. So those things that you wanted to manifest, to create, to make, which you would have let go at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month, those things that maybe you dreamed about last year, 2020, even 2019, where you're like, I've always wanted to fill in the blank, comes up and you're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then you just do it. And it's like you forget to have this critical brain that comes in and goes, oh my gosh, what are you thinking? Don't do that. No. Because it just got shook loose and it's not there anymore. So it feels really good. So you can start to ponder about what that would be like, or you could just totally forget about it because it's going to naturally show up anyways. So no worries. I want to mention one more thing before I get into which chakras and stones to use. I want to talk about timelines because this photonic light and all this tension with the retrogrades and then it all releasing at once and kind of aligning you so that you could rock it. Um, the challenge with the emotions, feeling that pressure, feeling like anger, frustration, rage, just internal screaming, like, I just don't get it. And you just want to pull your own hair because you don't get it. That is going to also be duplicated with time frames. So for those of you who've already been resonating in the 5D and have been very good with your conscious mindfulness and been very aware of your choices and what you're triggered by, so you're already vibrating in a higher frequency. And what you've been noticing is that there are other timelines that have been weaving in around you. And you're like, what does that even mean? That means that you have all your lives are happening at once. Time is not linear. It's not a straight line. It's a stacked line. All the incarnations that you've chose, future and past and present, all of it is happening at once. It's like a sandwich. And when you raise your frequencies up, you can tune into those lifetimes. Not only can you tune into the lifetimes, you can tune into choices that you make in your parallel lives to this lifetime. So those would be scenarios. Every moment you have a choice. And the more impactful the choice, like, do I take this career or not? Do I marry this person or not? Those are big choices. Let's say you do choose to marry. There's going to be a version of you that lives out a non-married life. And that will go for as long as you mentally feed that solution as being viable option. And then as much as you don't feed it, it tends to wisp away or dissolve in a way. It doesn't impact who you are. So I know that humans like to see it very black and white and very clear, but your life existence is not just a straight line. You are you, end of story. It's you are a tree, and a tree trunk isn't made of the trunk. It doesn't go boop and that's it. I mean, some pine trees do, but they have branches too. They have branches and leaves and they reach out, but they end. But the tree trunk holds the bulk of the existence of the tree. That's you. You are the bulk of your existence is in the center of the body that you hold. And then those other decisions that you didn't follow through with, that didn't work out, that you didn't want to pick, but were impactful to you, play out for a little bit. And you have this energy that fuzzes away from you and lives a little bit longer than what you're consciously aware of. When you get into 5D, you're more consciously aware of it. And then you start to maybe get confused with it because you're living this life, but now you're tapping into parallel possibilities and you're tapping into other incarnations. And it's just like, I'm having these dreams and I'm walking and I'm living and I'm doing this and I'm not who I am now and I don't get it. And it's happening in your awake state. So this energy in October is giving you an opportunity with this kind of tension that we're talking about to be very clear who you are in this lifetime. You don't need, as a 5D person, you don't need any human existence as a 5D person to say, I want to be aware of all my incarnations and parallel possibilities because I believe that would heighten me spiritually. Nope, actually, it just confuses you a lot more. So you can say, okay, here I am. This is who I want to be, and this is where I am. And make a conscious effort to stay in that place. It is more powerful to stay in that place. And then when you go into deep trance or into meditation, then you can access all the files the way that you want. They'll be available for you. But in your conscious awake state, I give you permission to turn them off because they are more available now than ever. But that doesn't mean that you need to take that availability and prioritize that over the life existence that you choose right now. I hope that makes sense to you for those out there who are having those experiences. When we look at our chakras for October, the one that's going to be needed the most is the heart. And the one that's going to be challenged the most is our third eye. And the one that's going to be supported the most is the solar plexus. So, needed the most at the heart. Because of these emotional tensions, you're going to need presence in your heart. Get present in your heart. And so, the crystal that I picked for that one is prehnite. Yeah, there it is. Prehnite. It's got a green hue to it. This one's really, really polished. You can buy them raw too. Size doesn't matter when you're working with crystals, but this one it's all about unconditional love. It brings a lot of peace and calm, but it's really, really bright. So it holds a lot of happiness in it. And that's how we want the heart energy to feel. You can grid your bed with this and some black tourmaline, and I would grid it with probably a sweet selenite and some amethyst. That's a 4-stone grid, and you buy 4 sets of those stones and put them on the corners of your bed and sleep in it. It is so wonderful. The amethyst is the sleeper stone. The selenite is a white stone, and it's more of a make it light and bright, and it's also helping you with your intuitive abilities. The black tourmaline, is it going to stay? The black tourmaline keeps you protected and grounded, and the prehnite will help you with your heart energies, unconditional love, especially for self, because you're going to be experiencing that. You're going to get mad at yourself. You're going to have some internal rage, and you're going to be aware of it, and you're going to slow down and use your intuitive eye, your third eye, which is going to be challenged the most. You're going to be challenged. Do I follow the herd, or do I roll the shades down and check internally with me and acknowledge that I am my own guru? I have my knowledge. I can supersede what is happening out there and go to my higher self and bring the information down. Like, you are innately intelligent. You internally know what you want to do. This is not the time to say, oh my God, what are they going to be thinking about me? Will that disrupt my friends, my family, my following? It's not your responsibility to manage their emotions. It's your responsibility to manage your own. They are in charge of their own reactions and own emotions. And if you don't like other people's reactions and emotions, then you can have a conversation about it. But don't just make your decisions about your life because you want to avoid about how others would feel. So this third eye is really going to be challenged. Do I go internal or do I go external? And I'm begging you to go internal. The chakra that is going to be supported the most is going to be the solar plexus. That's the yellow one up underneath the ribs. That's the one that's the me, all about you, all about your consciousness, your knowing, your personality. And it's going to be supported because it's saying, even though we're presenting this tug of war with emotions and internal guidance versus external guidance in October, it is sincerely all about you, each and every one of us. And again, that's how we find our communities. If we know who we are and we can develop an acceptance for the person next to us to be exactly who they are, and they can accept us for being who we are, we got a community. It's not about, oh, you look like this, or you act like that, or you drive a car like that. That's how I drive a car, so now we're friends. It's not like that anymore. Again, that's old paradigm, old stuff. So it's all going to be supported to solar plexus. But the other crystals that I would like to bring forward, so you have your bed grid, of course, which is prehnite, black tourmaline, selenite, and amethyst. Ooh, so it's really rested and nestled and yummy. But the other two that I say need to be a part of your life, so the solar plexus is being supported. I would like for you to look at amber. It's not really a crystal, it's a resin, but it takes a really long time for it to be made. And you can find, this is a red version, but you can find yellow and orange, and it's going to be really great for you just to hold on to. It's really light to touch too. To hold on to it, to keep it on your body, keep it in your pocketbook, keep it in your bra, keep it in your hat, wear it in jewelry. And amber is slow. It's slow to fossilize, and it's going to support the solar plexus and knowing who you are. And it's actually a really amazing protector, especially from outside influences, such as friends or family or strangers that go, I'm going to give you some advice and you should have blah, 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 blah. Amber goes, no thanks. And sometimes you'll find your amber pieces break. And if they break, it's similar to hematite. That means it's doing its job and it held that energy away from you just fine. Another one is, do you know what this one is? It's petrified wood. It's heavy. It's like a rock, but it's really pretty and polished. Again, size doesn't matter. You can get a very tiny piece or a very larger piece, but petrified wood, again, takes a long time to make. So it's wisdom of moving slow. Do you remember my message before? If you don't remember anything from our talk, go slow. You'll remember that face. Move slow, go slow. It's okay. Everything will be fine and it will all work out. And just stay present and be conscious and go slow and move with that grace and tell people, no, thank you. I can't make a last minute decision because I don't want to. Not because I can't. I don't want to right now. No, thank you. Okay. Petrified wood is also, it helps you stay on task. And because October is a tug of war, pull you out, pull you in, petrified wood's frequency can help you go, okay, I'm picking me, I'm staying with me. And again, just because I pick me doesn't make it I am a lone wolf and I'm alone and I'm in solitude. It doesn't mean that. You pick you and you highlight your energies and you find out more of who you are. And then when you look out, it's like everything is beautiful. And then you engage with that beauty and that excitement for life again, and you are not alone. Everything in the whole universe is supporting you. So for those of you who believe that if you close the shades and you go internal and you pick yourself, that means you have to be in isolation of others because you can't understand them, I want to redirect you. Like, I want to reach out there and hold your hand and then just gently redirect you to the word acceptance. Just accept those making those decisions. Accept that for how it is. Accept, and allow it to move through you. Just because you accept it doesn't mean you have to believe in it or agree with it or put your stamp of approval on it. It just means you accept it for what it is. And then you can slowly move towards that which your frequency aligns with. That's October. Kitty, are you holding on to your seat yet? I tried not to say, buckle your seatbelts, here comes October, because I don't want you to think that it's like, oh, here comes another month. Because after the 18th, I mean, it gets really exciting. And then we get into the thinning of the veil of the year. Every year, just like in every body and every animal and every tree, there is a part of the energy field that is more permeable. And around that November 1st, the Day of the Dead, the Halloween celebrations, it's like the energy between our dimensional plane and your dimensional plane is more permeable. And so you're going through all this transition and then catapulting and then finding this burst of creativity on this new, like, moving forward feeling, and then thinning of the veil. You'll be in touch with us. Pretty soon there'll be telephones. You'll just pick up and go, hello, I'd like to talk to Maitland, please. And I'll be like, hey, how are you? Okay. Was there anything that you saw, Colleen, that needed more clarity, or did it all make sense? I don't want to say goodbye if I left anything open.
I think you did a wonderful job of condensing all that into a very short time.
It was very
It
fast.
was amazing.
I'm very happy. I like to talk fast.
And I think that the past couple of months we've been preparing by slowly getting in the car that's moving very, very fast anyway. So
Slow
Yeah.
down. That's just it. Be kind to yourself and slow down. The end of the year, you know, it's different, but this one is really emotional this month. So just get ready, because it is time for us to work on our hearts and use other frequencies like aromatherapy and crystals, and use company and friendships to help you mend those energies. I like to. So I have to say goodbye now?
Yeah.
I'll see you later, alligators.
After a while, crocodile.
I'll see you soon, baboon. For if you're new here and you're still around, this is something we do all the time. And I am a young spirit. I don't have to be. I'm 9, and I don't have to be 9, but I like it because we play these games, and I think that being youthful really helps you translate larger information, and if you add laughter to it. So this is just part of who I am. So if you like it, like the video and subscribe to the channel, because I do this every month and it's a lot of fun. Okay.
KDP says take care, polar bear.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one. I'll see you in the morning, unicorn. That's for you, KDP. I'm coming for you.
Shannon Maley says, got a bail snail.
Got a bail snail. We've never said that before. Got a bail snail. So I got a jog warthog.
Toodaloo kangaroo.
A blue you kiss jellyfish.
You know I'm gonna run out. Bye-bye, butterfly. Have we said that?
Manana, iguana. I'll see
We
you
love you,
guys.
Maitland.
I love you too. Thank you so much for letting me be here and do this, and live your best life. Bye.
Thank you.